Hello there. I was just reading this fantastic book titled The Shape of Truth Curriculum by J. Abner Pettywell. It's a rocking great read. Now, why this book? Why not read any other of the thousands of books based on curriculum? Here, I'll let you in a little secret. Cavemen were born yesterday, but we weren't. Take this fine feline specimen, for example. It is not like its saber-toothed ancestors that lived thousands of years ago. It's just an ordinary house cat. Now, you may have noticed with an ordinary house cat, it has evolved to not have such razor-sharp teeth or dagger-like claws, but rather teeth to only eat dry food and claws only to scratch up my couch. And furthermore, to introduce myself, my name is Alec Peake, and I'll be taking you on a historic journey through this book and how curriculum it got to where it is today. Many people ask, what is curriculum? Even teachers. Does it pertain to teachers only? Students only? Both? These questions are really valid and can be asked at any time. Curriculum is really the process of a teacher taking the lessons and the guidelines and standards that the state has set for them and making lessons and other great things for students to learn from. In his book, Pettywell examines how outdated curriculum really is in public schools. Instead, he looks at a change or an evolution in curriculum that can bring about positive impacts to students. More project-based learning, hands-on learning, and more situations that are related to the outside and real world. Gone are the day of small schoolhouses with curriculum based on faith, and blast forward to the future where students are learning today about science, math, history, and even pop culture. Curriculum is still evolving. Take this picture for example. This is students wearing masks during the COVID-19 pandemic, and before that, they were learning virtually online. This shows how curriculum has changed in the recent years to showcase how the environment impacts our learning. The book does a wonderful job showcasing many different points of curriculum and how it has evolved to what it is today. The three main points that I took away from it were project-based learning, curriculum overall in America, and lastly, the combination of multiple subjects being learned and taught into one lesson. Pettywell exclaims and examines the needed use of hands-on curriculum. Today, that is called project-based learning. It is one of my favorite types of learning strategies, and I use it every day in my classroom. Project-based learning is based around getting those students out into the real world and getting those experiences. That means sometimes bringing the real world to them. This can be seen within our classwork in EDUU 609, where a video was shown of the history lesson combined with physics, literature, and history, and also science, don't forget science in there, to create a whole entire lesson. Now, this is the essence of project-based learning, taking multiple subjects and molding them into one so students get a whole rounded experience as well as put into situations where they can use it in the outside world. The next section would be the overall curriculum in America. As Pettyworth describes within the book that it is outdated and needs to have an evolution, such as this book titled The Saber-Tooth Curriculum, curriculum in schools need to evolve into more hands-on and, I would say, fun curriculum. Getting the students interested, getting the students involved, and keeping the students active while they are learning is the goal here. This evolution coincides with project-based learning, and then jumps into our third section, which is the smashing of different subjects into one lesson. This is also a part of project-based learning, the inclusion of several different subjects such as science, mathematics, history, and literature into one lesson to give a well-rounded experience to students. With all this being said, and the book outlining very key and critical points of curriculum in the book, Pettyworth has done a great job in showing what it is to have curriculum change in schools. So overall, be like this guy. Be the evolution in your classroom and the change you want to see in curriculum. Don't be stagnant. Make sure it's always hands-on It's always full of project-based learning, and it's always fun for your students to be engaged in. This is Alec Peak signing off for EDUU 609 and the Choice Book Assignment.